We are back, getting set for the Pacific Division Showdown, the Ducks and Coyotes. Let's take a look at the starting goalies tonight, presented by Behind the Mask Hockey Shops. We mentioned Devan Dubnyk in our open, 6-2 with a goals against of 2.05 this season against the Pacific Division. He'll be opposed at the other end by Frederik Andersen, 19 wins this season. That ties him for second in the NHL. Tyson, you're between the benches tonight. Jody Jackson was told by head coach Dave Tippett that they would concentrate on tonight's start. You documented that well in Coyotes Live tonight. We'll see what they do in terms of coming out in this one.
Yeah, this first period is going to be a key to this hockey game, but we also heard from Antoine Vermette, and the important part, exploit the Ducks D. That's probably their weakness. We know it is definitely not up front with all their offensive weapons.
And the Raider line with Kyle Chipchura and Dave Moss starts this game. They've been terrific as a trio, and I would imagine that's a bit of a message too to the rest of the Coyotes lineup as Dave Moss will deflect one deep. And after it is Vatanen, and he'll wrap it around. Don't forget the Ducks, they traveled today. That's part of the CBA. As this one's going to be played back in over the line for Edom with a shot, and that's deflected away by goaltender Devan Dubnyk. You're not allowed to travel in those three-day period, that three-day period window, so Anaheim had a travel earlier today.
Yeah, Dave Tippett started the line that he did with Moss, Reeder, and Chipchura. Chipchura has been exceptional in the last handful of games, really since being put on waivers. They want that line to go out there and set the tone for the rest of this team. That's exactly how they want to play.
Ducks will win the draw of the line, and a shot glove save there on a bid by Boschman, who is back in.
And we talked a lot about Devan Dubnyk as well. 2 saves early in this game, coming off a 26-save performance, his 7th win of the season. Again, banking points for his hockey club.
Off the face-off, Ducks are going to have to chase this one all the way back inside. Frederik Andersen to steer, and Boschman will wrap it around. Good keep by Shane Doan. Coyotes try to reverse it. At that left point is Ekman Larsson to throw one down low. Boschman back in the lineup. There was speculation that Corey Perry might go tonight, but he is a scratch. They're trying to recover from a knee sprain. As the puck will be moved along, Devontae Smith-Pelly over the line for Getzlaf, but stepping in the way of that one was Oliver Ekman-Larsson. And the Coyotes will counter with their captain Shane Doan. Taken away by Smith-Pelly, but Doan will backhand one deep. Opening minute or so of this hockey game tonight at Hilo River Arena. The Coyotes are going to play 8 of their next 9 here in Glendale. Just one game, and it'll be that New Year's Eve affair in Dallas next Wednesday. That'll be the lone game of the stretch that'll be on the road. This one's going to be broken up, and the Coyotes bring it back. Martin Erat over the line. That was poked away beautifully by Cam Fowler. Now the Coyotes will send right back in.
Well, this line was the line of the game the other night versus the Edmonton Oilers. Sam Gagner with his 4-point night, 2 goals and 2 helpers. 9 points combined for this unit. Hoping that kind of springboards them into a couple real big games. Not the start that Sam Gagner wanted to this season. He has struggled in the offensive department, that's for sure.
Martin Hansel in a battle for it, but it's turned the other way, sent in by Danny Heatley. Played the other way, and sending it right back in over the line for McMillan that time was Martin Hansel. Puck goes in behind the net. Brandon McMillan, who played part of his career for these Anaheim Ducks. Trying to leave it there for Joe Vitale into the line. Good battle there. Coyotes come away with it. Stone to the front, and a stop that time. Rebound, and it's right there, but unable to put it home. Laurie Korpikoski as the Ducks will race it back, and Andrew Cogliano will get one deep.
Oh, there it is. Back-to-back shifts, getting that puck below the goal line and going to work, just like Antoine Vermette wanted to see from his hockey club. Exploit this Ducks defense. Make them move.
Matt Bolesky, and what a year he's having in Anaheim as it's played back and over the line. Connor Murphy that time going hard into the corner.
Bolesky with huge offensive numbers, 19 points, but 15 of those goals.
Leading candidate for the Cy Young, hockey's version of the baseball trophy. It's not really a trophy, but you know what I'm saying is Connor Murphy sends one just wide. Evan Gormley, good to see him back in the lineup as well, paired tonight with Connor Murphy. This one rolls right to the front for Frederik Andersen, and we'll get a whistle.
Let's go back to that Korpikoski chance. That's now 3 shifts in a row. Good pressure. Throw that puck at the net and crush that blue paint. Get pucks on Andersen and try to create second and third opportunities. Korpikoski, this puck just hops over the stick. Good defense there by the great offensive defenseman from the Ducks, Sami Vatanen, on Korpikoski there.
At the line, Ekman Larsson sends a wrister towards the net, blocked out high that time by Ryan Getzlaf, and the puck will be cleared and sent right back in, this time by Rene Bourque. Bourque has struggled as of late too in the Anaheim uniform after being acquired earlier in this season from the Montreal Canadiens.
He's just had a rough year. Had a great playoff last year. He led Montreal in goals and has not found that offensive touch here for the Ducks either.
Keefs tonight are brought to you by Sanderson Ford. What do you got, Tyson?
Well, you got to win the board battles. You play the Ducks, that's where they want the puck. They're big, heavy forwards. So if the Coyotes can control the boards, they will control the game, and you want to play fast. The Ducks like to come in on you hard with that forechecking pressure. Whether it's a neutral zone or your defensive zone, you have to move the puck quick.
Yandel across center. He'll send one right to the glove of Frederik Andersen and quickly giving it off to Clayton Stoner. Anaheim will bring it along as this one's played right back in by Rickard Rakell. And now taking it away. Backhander. Stopped that time by Dubnyk. Good look there for Rakell. And Silverberg's shot goes wide. So now Anaheim with pressure deep inside the Coyote zone before it's tended by Bodker, and out with it is Yandel. Michael Stone, and he'll send one in. Seems early on, Tyson, that there are a lot of dump-ins. The Coyotes getting that puck deep, trying to send it in from right to left, as Stone now will send right back to Andersen, and Coyotes will use this opportunity for a change.
I really like the start besides that last shift, but now they come back with a big hit by Connor Murphy. You come with a rough shift, lots of pressure by the Ducks. You look to get the momentum back. A hit like that'll do it.
And it was on Danny Heatley. As the puck will be moved along, and Connor Murphy will send right back in. Hampus Lindholm now.
Like to get a lick on all their skilled guys. Heatley's a good one to lay a lick on.
Into the corner and around the boards. Gormley's going to try to get some help from Brandon McMillan. Turnover here. And now Joe Vitale will look to get it out, and it's chipped along by Brandon McMillan, who will take a hit that time from Cogliano, but he gets the puck deep.
Now we talked about the Ducks not skating for the last 4 days and traveling here today. They're looking to try to get into this early in this hockey game, find their legs, get their timing back as well. You don't think 4 days is a lot of time off, but as a pro athlete, it most definitely is.
Cam Fowler. And he'll reverse it in behind the net this time for Hampus Lindholm. Played to center, and Kessler, what an addition he's been. Got it in over the line, and Bolesky with a shot, and that's stopped by Devin Dubnyk. And the hit of the game so far, just moments ago, Connor Murphy.
Things picking up here physically between these two hockey clubs. Not feeling the holiday spirit, but Connor Murphy, as I mentioned, after a bad shift, you want to go out and set the tone. Try to get that momentum back, and he does exactly that. Big hit on Danny Heatley. That's your Schwartz Laser Eye Center view from the ice. And Heatley would have liked to have a little bit better of a view. Seeing Connor Murphy close the gap. That's the other thing here tonight. Against skill players, you got to have tight gaps.
Face off to the right of goaltender Devin Dubnyk. Don't forget Chris Summers, as we speak, defenseman, out with the upper body. David Schlemko and BJ Crombie are healthy scratches tonight for the Coyotes, as this one is played to the net by Fowler. A little internal competition. The Coyotes are carrying a couple of extra defensemen right now, as Sam Gagner will play it back to center ice. Your thoughts on him on the right side too, Tyson? I want to get your thoughts on that when we get a moment here. Because he was terrific on the right side the other night in Edmonton, as this one is sent right to Frederik Andersen. No score. We played 6:15 of the opening period. Good look at Sam Gagner. Had a 4-point game in Edmonton on Tuesday night. Tyson, what are you seeing the difference in his play as playing the wing as opposed to the middle?
Well, I really liked it. I think this is a chance for Sam Gagner to take a little weight off his shoulders, not playing so much time in his defensive zone below the goal line, playing those heavy minutes. When you're on the wing, all you're focused on now is just your defenseman, and that's it. Get the puck and go. Good speed up the walls, and now he's really have some good chemistry as well with Erat and Martin Hanzal on that line. As we mentioned earlier, they combined for 9 points the other night.
Yeah, you called them out as the best line at Edmonton on Tuesday. I'd have to agree with you. They were terrific. He's getting contributions up and down the lineup. Brandon Gormley, I believe, a +4 in that game with a goal and an assist. Well, Brandon Gormley will step up a little bit tonight in competition in his young NHL career as this one is dumped in. Shane Doan tried to leave it there for Bottker, and now Yandel has it. He'll bring it down low. Shane Doan getting hacked at that time by Jakob Silverberg, and this one played right back as it eludes the glove of Devin Dubnyk.
You don't realize it on TV as much, but being down here between the benches, I can tell you this is a massive Anaheim Duck team. Big boys, Maroon, Getzlaf, big boys. I forgot how big they were.
Out of the zone through center. And now Nate Thompson will bring it in over the line as he backhands one in behind. Dubnyk is there. Oh, and a nice little deflection that time for Yandel's teammate Brandon McMillan. Coyotes will get it out of the zone. They bring it right back through center. Valery Korpikoski will dump into the corner as Joe Vitale will go after it.
A good battle there on the defensive blue line. One there between Vitale and Korpikoski. Games are won and lost on those blue lines.
Poked away. Moss now to the line. Gormley rotates it in behind the net, so pinching down low right side is Connor Murphy to keep the play alive. And ends up in behind the net. Nate Thompson loses it before it's played back to center ice. And good back pressure that time, Toby Reeder. Small little play there, but it allowed Gormley to play the puck for Murphy and get it right back deep inside that Anaheim zone. And it's covered up by Anderson, so out of all of this, they will get an offensive zone faceoff.
I'd really like to see Reeder get going here, but here's a look at the work of Martin Hanzal. This is what he loves. He thrives on this, going up against the other team's top centermen, top lines. He's going to have his hands full here tonight with Getzlaf, who has 20 points, Matt, in his last 12 games. Most of them without Corey Perry.
Played it in behind the net. Moss, sharp angle. And Anderson able to make the save. Just a reminder, fans, when the Coyotes win, you win at Papa John's. The day after every Coyotes win, celebrate with 50% off your online order at papajohns.com by typing in promo code Coyotes. Offer only available online on regular menu prices. Coyotes will be home on Monday night to meet the Philadelphia Flyers before heading off to Dallas for that New Year's Eve game against the Stars. Ducks will set it up. Lovejoy on the home run pass that time intended for Emerson Edom. Coyotes will counter, and it's sent right back in by Toby Reeder.
A good step up there by Lovejoy. Big hit on Reeder. That is a tight gap.
Played back to center. Kessler that time, and he's hounded by Martin Erat, but it's scooped away by Edom. Now Edom will go in behind the net. Left at the line, played in behind the net. And Gagner now will look to free it on the boards that time as it's played out. And Michael Stone and all the way back, so the Coyotes will get a change here. They'll score nearly halfway home in this opening period, each team with 5 shots on goal. He's backing over the line. Getzlaf going wide. Getzlaf to the front. They score. Ryan Getzlaf just sending it to the front of the net and putting it home was Rene Bourque. Now the Ducks have taken a 1-0 lead.
Well, how about that play right there by the big man, Ryan Getzlaf. And it starts with Sami Vatanen out of the zone, a quick up the ice. And then Getzlaf rumbles through the neutral zone. Nice move inside and then just throws it. He knows that Rene Bourque is going hard to the net, 14 in white. McCulloch just can't contain him and ends up getting a stick or a leg or something on it. Just his second goal of the season for Rene Bourque. A big first goal by the Ducks to get themselves back in this hockey game. You can see them slowly finding their legs.
This one will be played all the way back on the icing call, and so we're going to face off coming inside the Anaheim zone. So Rene Bourque getting his second from Getzlaf and Devontae Smith-Pelly at .916. Even strength goal.
Nice play there by Pelly. Just a little chip to Getzlaf, who came way low with speed. Tough as a defenseman. You're trying to hold that blue line. Flat-footed.
Murphy wrister blocked by the defenseman Lindholm.
Second of the season, scored by number 14, Rene Bourque.
Back of the line. A chance there, Gormley, and it deflected as it went towards the net. Taken away by Vermette. To the line, Connor Murphy. Across now. Here's a chance, and a deflection wide on a shot taken that time by Ekman Larsson. And out of the zone, up the ice. Connor Murphy, nice move to get it out of the zone, trying to advance it, but he ran right into Nate Thompson. And so the Ducks will send one deep. Martin Erat flips it to Murphy. Up on left wing is Martin Hanzal. Over the line for Gagne, batted away by Anderson. Erat swoops in, gets it in behind the net, Gagne. Now Gagne to the phone. He had Martin Hanzal, but that went off his skate. Now Erat out high. McCulloch, he scores! And it might have been deflected in front. That might have been Sam Gagne on the drive-by. And the Coyotes have tied it at 1. Maybe Zbynek McCulloch.
Oh, that's how you let it go and you answer back. That's what good teams do. Nothing fancy here. The Coyotes hounding the puck. That forechecking pressure we always talk about. McCulloch gets the puck and he lets it go. And you see Sam Gagne, 9 in red, right in front of Anderson. Does not look like it's redirected, but that puck does not go in and get past Anderson without the screen of Sam Gagne in front.
Beautiful goal. Coyotes have tied it at 1.
Welcome back. Here's how the Coyotes got it done. Tied it up 1-1. Watch. Stop it here, guys. Watch big Martin Hanzal here. Watch how he gets to this loose puck. He hounds it down. He tracks that puck. He forces the Ducks into a turnover. They get the puck back to the point. Gagne goes to the front of the net, and it's in the back of the net. That is good support and the chemistry that you're starting to see from this line of Martin Hanzal, Erat, and Sam Gagne. Now Gagne, 7th point in his last 5 games.
Gagne made the play. I mean, granted, McCulloch got the shot through, but a great drive by 2.
Martin Hanzal, I don't believe he gets a point on the play, but the only reason the Coyotes got that puck back was because of him getting that puck and forcing the Ducks into a turnover.
You're right, no point for Martin Hanzal. The second assist going to Martin Erat, so McCulloch is first from Gagne and Erat. First and 40 for Zbynek. Play to the line, good keep there. Hampus Lindholm sends it across for an opportunity there as it's played away. Coyotes will try to get it out. And now Moss will bring it back through center, and this one is sent right back in by Reeder.
Oh, Reeder's been pasted a few times. That last one there by Beauchemin. Almost put him into my little area here between the benches.
McCulloch to center for Hanzal, so that line right back out. Gagne will flip it into the corner, and that's where Cam Fowler will play it in behind the net. Devontae Smith-Pelly trying to look for an outlet. It goes back to center, and Rene Bourque will get it in over the line. Getzlaf now to the corner, chasing it down against McCulloch. Martin Hanzal, and it's taken away by Ekman Larsson. To center for Gagne.
Nice play there by Oliver Ekman-Larsson. There again, we talked about it. Moving the puck fast, alleviating that pressure. One pass, they're out.
Vitale trying to get a shot away. Into the corner it goes now. 2 Coyotes behind the net. Gagne with it. And Ryan Getzlaf will play it in behind the net for Ben Lovejoy.
Tell you what, Gagne, a different player, a very streaky player as well. But earlier in the season, he'd get that puck. The play would often die in his hands. Not the case right now. He's making plays. He's really making things happen.
Over the line, Patrick Maroon trying to get around Gormley. Gormley rides him into the boards. Rakell and Vitale battling for it. Goes in behind the net. Vitale wins that battle, and he frees it as Korpikoski will bring it through center. Trying to get around Stoner. Now Korpikoski holding up.
Oh, that little hockey play there by Korpikoski. Little chip to himself with speed. Coyotes really missed that from Korpikoski.
Ducks will bring it right back in over the line. Yandle's going to go chase it down here against Jakob Silfverberg. And it's cleared away by the Coyotes and down.
Simple plays right there on the blue line. A little chip in by Korpikoski on that last shift. A little chip out by Shane Doan.
Nate Thompson for Cogliano in over the line. And he shoots, and a save by Dubnyk, with a penalty coming up here against the Coyotes.
It's going to be Antoine Vermette, the guilty party. Tripped up a Duck player on the blue line. Big kill coming up, and the penalty kill for Arizona has not been good. There's a look at it right here, interference. Recall, the Coyotes allowed 14 goals in their last 11 games. Their penalty kill now 29th in the NHL. A lot of room for improvement.
And 30th on home ice, going up against a power play that is tied for 20th overall and 20th on the road. So interference to Antoine Vermette. And McCulloch will clear it all the way down.
Antoine Vermette, 2 minutes for
McCulloch is out there right now with Ekman Larsson up front, Dave Moss, and Martin Hansen. Taken away by Moss, and he'll stretch it for McCulloch. Now the Coyotes playing a little bit of keep away as this one is played all the way back and down. Getzlaf has it. Losing along for Kessler. McCulloch trying to reverse it. The Coyotes will pick it off, and maybe a 3-on-1. They're going to hustle it back. Here they come. Reeder over the line, gets it across. Oh, and he couldn't set it up there for Ekman Larsson.
Oh, now they're coming back the other way. 3-on-1.
And a 3-on-1 for Anaheim. In over the line, and a shot taken that time blocked away.
You don't want that happening. Again, Bourque, Kessler, and Getzlaf.
Getzlaf has it. Into the corner it goes. Behind the net, Fowler. Trying to send it to the point man. Nobody home, and this one will go back inside the Anaheim zone. The Ducks still looking for their first shot here on the power play that has another 43 remaining. Dumped into the corner, Rakell. Tied up there by Connor Murphy. Brandon Gormley is in there as well. Played to the line. Hampus Lindholm. That hit a stick out high. Will Vitale getting in the way of that one. Now Rakell. Out high, Fowler. Lindholm shoots, and that one wide. Now Rickard Rakell got it across. Great stick that time, Gormley. Comes across, and Gormley got that one as well as Lindholm broke his stick. Coyotes are going to try to get it out. They will back to center.
Oh, nice out there by Gormley. The boards were taken away, so he goes up the middle of the ice.
Now Maroon trying to dance it to the front. It's loose, and Dubnyk makes the save as the penalty expires. Big lift out of the penalty kill. Oliver Ekman Larsson, one of the foursome, leading the way here in Glendale.
Todd Walsh back here at Gila River Arena. And guys, you touched on it earlier. The league mandated 3-day break for the holidays. I talked to a guy that was in the bargaining sessions with the league owners, Shane Doan, the captain of the Coyotes, about being in the room and trying to push that through. He said several other players were championing that cause, but I don't think anyone probably more forceful than Shane. He said there wasn't much of a pushback, but I would imagine when this CBA expires, you're going to see games on Boxing Day, maybe involving some of the Canadian teams, but nobody, I think, spearheading the effort to get this break more than Shane Doan, not just for he and his family, but also guys that, will do the the hard work, guys, the trainers and the equipment staff. Shane is keenly aware of all the efforts that they put in putting a season together and the break that they need.
Yeah, nobody more aware of what the trainers do and how hard they work and how much they need this extended break than Shane Doan, respecting what the trainers do, that's for sure.
Offside, and yeah, it's great for everybody to get a break, but nobody more deserving than the guys behind the scene. By the way, Boxing Day is the day after Christmas, December the 26th. And if I understand the correct legend, it's back in Old England when they had Boxing Day, the servants and the owners would, I guess, change roles. The owners would serve the servants. That's something I learned the other day, and I had never heard that explanation. A lot of people think that it's, you know, from when you just return your gifts, and that's not true. I know that much, but play back to center ice.
Oh, look at you, full of nuggets again, eh?
Trying.
Doing your research is always working.
He's trying to throw it out, see if it'll stick. Played by Connor Murphy, and he'll get it off the boards back to center. But it goes back to the old country. Obviously, so many ties between Canada and Great Britain. As we get a whistle here, the Pepsi Family Pack has been extended for Monday's game against the Flyers. Great deal. You can get 4 tickets, 4 Pepsis, and 4 hot dogs starting at just $119. Purchase yours today at ArizonaCoyotes.com or call 480-563-PUCK. The Philadelphia Flyers, I believe tonight, are in Nashville, so they'll head on out to the desert. Get ready for the Coyotes game here Monday night.
Lots of good games coming up, that's for sure. Good crowd here on hand as well at Gila River.
Well, Columbus will be in a week from tonight. St. Louis will make an appearance a week from Tuesday as we get a whistle on the cover up by Frederik Andersen.
I love these Saturday 6 o'clock games. Lots of kids in the house here tonight. Good atmosphere outside at Westgate.
Well, we had an afternoon game last Saturday in Los Angeles. And
love it.
yeah, 1 o'clock start.
Love it. Players love it too. Game's over. You don't get in as late when you're off to the next city. Still have time to go out for a nice dinner after with family and friends as well.
Behind the net, poked along. Molesky is there. One-on-one against Michael Stone. Kyle Chipchura now with it. And Michael Stone will look to bring it out. Rink wide across center for Toby Reeder. And then Lovejoy will play it back. Stretch pass for Molesky goes down the length. No icing here in a 1-1 tie with 2:26 remaining in the opening period. Taken away and right back it over the line for Rene Bourque. It's taken away by McCulloch. Now Bourque will get it right back. Put to the front and deflected away that time. A little bit of help there from Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
I would say the coaching staff here in Anaheim trying to get Rene Bourque going. Chance with Perry out, playing on this top unit with Getzlaf.
Bourque holds to the line. Lindholm and across, and fanning out it was Beauchemin.
Well, there's that timing we talked about. The one-timer missed by Beauchemin.
Getzlaf with it. Get over the line, looking to set it up, took a shot. That goes wide.
When you play with a guy like Getzlaf, you know the puck eventually is going to get to the front of the net. Just go there with your stick on the ice, and he will find you.
Played away by Bodker. End of a long shift, and so he'll dump one in. Doan elects to stay out. Hansel now, and it's played right back through center. After it is Gormley, and it's taken away by Cogliano, but Gormley will come right back to the puck. Try to get it out, and he does back through center.
And Gormley was exceptional the other night in Edmonton. Picked up right where he left off.
Danny Heatley. And now Gagne will turn. Back it over the line for Martin Erat. Murphy trying to get through a hit from Cogliano. Under a minute to go in period 1. To the line, Murphy will take a shot. That was blocked. Stoner got in the way of that one. And cleared back by Danny Heatley. Into the corner for Nate Thompson. 2 Coyotes on him, Hansel and Murphy. Also in there for Anaheim, Patrick Maroon, and it pops free, and that's where Brandon McMillan will get it back to center. McMillan all over it again as he forces it back against Fowler. Rink wide, puck down the length, and we get a late icing call here with 24.1 remaining. Coming up in our first intermission, Todd will chat with tonight's goal scorer, Zbynek Michalek. Take a look at the world's oldest hockey stick. It was out at the ice den in Scottsdale today. And playing fast. We'll break that down in tonight's Nash or Gnomes.
Yeah, we always talk about playing fast. I want to show you some examples of just that, what Dave Tippett means.
Cam Fowler. Behind the net, Lovejoy will wrap it around. Cleared back to center, 11 seconds to go. And that's where Jakob Silfverberg will attempt to bring it in over the line before it's taken away. And Antoine Vermette got tripped, no penalty. As it's moved back in by Doan, he's got a couple of seconds before it's played away that time by Cam Fowler. 1-1 at the end of one. Shots favoring the Ducks, 9-8, Tyson. And a nice answer by that man, Zbynek Michalek, to tie the game earlier.
I liked what I saw in that first period. This is one of the best teams, well, the best team in the NHL, and the Coyotes are tied 1-1. They really capitalized on a couple good opportunities, good forechecking pressure, took it to them at times, but only 20 minutes. Now a chance to go back, recharge, get back to work.
All right, end of 20 here tonight at Gila River Arena. 1-1 the score between the Coyotes and the Anaheim Ducks. More for Anaheim tonight. Michalek getting his first in 40 games in his first of the season to tie it at 1. Stick around, Todd Walsh and Big C when we return.
Todd Walsh back here at Gila River Arena with assistant coach Newell Brown. And before we ask tactically about the period you just saw, how difficult is it to get you guys out there after a 3-day break? That's a challenge, isn't it?
It's always challenging. You don't know what to expect sometimes. We had a morning skate today, and we just emphasized getting short shifts and getting the bench rolling, getting everybody involved till we got our legs under us, and we did that okay.
What did you think of that first period? I like the response goal right away and the atonement for Zbynek Michalek, but what about you guys? What did you see?
We saw a good forechecking period by our team. We were able to turn the puck over quite a bit in their end. We didn't get a lot out of it, so we have to do a better job of beating our guys off the boards, making quick, short passes, getting to the front of the net when we take point shots, those types of things. So that was good, and also we did a good job on our end keeping them from long cycles.
Good, Coach. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Newell Brown joining us. Matt McConnell back upstairs to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Todd. As we take a look at the numbers from the opening period here tonight in Glendale. Defensive zone turnovers, we had it at 12 between the two teams, Tyson, and I think that maybe goes to the point of what Todd and Newell were talking about, what you were talking about, the fact that this being the first game back from the break.
Yeah, there's going to be some early mistakes, timing, and, more importantly, just trying to get your legs back underneath you. They're a little bit rubbery. I think both teams, the excuses now are out the door. But I like what Newell said. Good forechecking pressure. Now it's time for the Coyotes to start capitalizing on those shots on goals, creating second and third opportunities. Not enough of that in that first period.
All right, the highlights from the opening 20 here at Gila River Arena. Not a ton of good scoring chances, but a big play by Getzlaf early.
Yeah, good speed to the neutral zone. You have to try and contain him. Somehow, Rene Bourque beats two Coyotes to the front of the net and somehow gets that puck past Devan Dubnyk, his second of the season, but then the Coyotes answer right back. Good pressure here by Hansel. He turns the puck over, forces the Ducks into a turnover. Michalek lets it fly and finds the back of the net because of the effort of Sam Gagner, who screens Anderson. No chance for Anderson on this play.
And that tied the game at 10:29, an even strength goal. Zbynek Michalek making his way back onto the ice here for period number 2. That line has been good. That Erat, Gagner, Hansel trio.
Yeah, that Michalek, that's his first goal of the season. 6 points as well in 35 games. Typically known for his shot blocking. Always nice to see one of your foot soldiers get rewarded on the offensive side of the puck. He eats a lot of rubber. So does Devan Dubnyk as well, who I thought was solid once again. His first period, 7 wins on the year for Devan Dubnyk. Now 5 starts in the Coyotes' last 6 games.
Same unit begins the second period as opened up the game, and that's the Chipchura line with Reeder and Moss. Yandel back to center ice looking for Dave Moss. That'll be played away. Ducks will get it back to center ice. Ryan Kessler. And a shot taken that time. Dubnyk the save. on a bid from Matt Bolesky. We took a look at tonight's Geico Legacy moment back in 2000. Mario Lemieux, pick number 66, returning to Pittsburgh in the lineup after missing 3 seasons. Scored 3 points, a goal and 2 assists. He had retired.
No big deal.
And decided to come back.
3 points. His first game back after missing 3 years. It would have been scary to see the numbers that he would have been able to put up if he was able to stay healthy.
Martin Hanzal takes it into the corner. Devontae Smith-Pelly can't move it past Erat. Here's Gagne with a shot over the top of the net.
More of that chemistry there from this top unit.
Connor Murphy will go off the end boards, try to get it to the front that time, and Hanzal and his passes picked off as Devontae Smith-Pelly will get it back in over the line. Trailing is Getzlaf. Nice little move, but he lost the puck. Goes in behind the net. Devontae Smith-Pelly to the line for Ben Lovejoy. Now right back out high. Getzlaf in that left wing corner will play it in behind the net. Rene Bourque, he got stripped of the puck, as did Lovejoy, and out with it is Hanzal. Good back check that time by Bourque. And the Ducks will reset it themselves. Opening minute and a half of this second period. Sent all the way back, and Devin Dubnyk around the boards. There's Shane Doan will play it for Keith Yandel. Over the line, Bakker. He's got some room. Bakker to the front. Oh, what a stick that time by number 3, Clayton Stoner.
Oh, that was a block shot. Yeah, absolutely. It was in the shooting lane, and Antoine Vermette. Otherwise, Vermette had a wide open cage.
Played right back. Emerson Edom, a little pull-up move there. Got it to the middle, but that was clogged up by Doan.
Oh, what a feed by Mikkel Bodker. Sent up the ice by Keith Yandel. There's another example of the Coyotes playing fast.
Bolesky will pick it off, and it's turned the other way by Yandel back to center.
You want to play that north-south game. You don't want to get caught moving the puck side to side. Get it up the ice in a hurry.
Anderson gloves this one down. He'll clear quickly. Looking to bring it back and over the line for Jakob Silfverberg. Good stick that time, Brandon Gormley. Silfverberg will retrieve it. He got a shot away that was blocked by Gormley, and the Coyotes will bring it out. Korpikoski in over the line. Got around Lindholm. He drops it out high, but that time Brandon McMillan couldn't get a shot away. So Ricard Raquel the other way. He takes a shot, and Dubnyk the save.
End-to-end action. Both sides. Antoine Vermette with the best chance in this second period. Yandel to Bodker, and Bodker, what a feed to Vermette, and the block by Stoner. Here's a real good look at it. Watch the left shin pad of Stoner. He saves the goal. Anderson off balance. Antoine Vermette looking for goal number 9 on the season. Real nice play again by Yandel and Mikkel Bodker. Speed has been evident here in this second period. That's what Don Maloney and Dave Tippett want to see more out of their hockey club.
Fowler has it. Able to keep the line that time. Dave Moss thought that puck might have been offside. Kyle Chipchura in behind the net. And he'll bring it along as Moss now lead it across the big Coyote logo at center. Drops it. Reeder with a shot, and a stop by Anderson. Played across. Stone gets one quickly on net. Moss was right in front on that one as well, and Reeder now into the corner for Kyle Chipchura. Chipchura working it down low, just trying to set up a play, but it's turned the other way, and Danny Heatley will get it back to center ice. Boy, does Heatley look slow now. You know, he's towards the end of his career. As Getzlaf now works it towards the middle. Back out high now for Vatanen. Now Vatanen. Puck ends up along the end boards, and that's where it's going to be played by Ekman Larsson. A little reversal there. And Ekman Larsson will try to move it up on right wing for Dave Moss. Erat will feed it for Hanzal. 2 over the line for the Coyotes. There's a shot by Hanzal over the top. The Erat in the board battle as it's flipped around. Connor Murphy will pinch. Good support, Gagne. Moves it to Gormley. Gormley with a shot and a stop by Anderson. A smart heads-up play that time by Sam Gagne. As this one will be off the skate of Hansel. Coyotes able to keep the zone. Erat in behind the net and across now. Gagne to the corner for Erat. Now to Gagne with a one-timer. Didn't get all of that. Coyotes with good sustained pressure here before it's cleared.
Yeah, more chemistry from this unit of Gagne and Erat. The second time Erat has found Gagne in that quiet area. And where does Martin Hansel go? He goes right to the front of the net.
Get your tickets today at ArizonaCoyotes.com or call 480-563-BARBECUE.
And here's a look at it. Gagne to Erat, and then Erat just pops out into that quiet area. Perfect heads-up play by Gagne. He knows where he has to go to get that puck. He doesn't stand and watch, oh, that was a nice pass by me. Ooh, man, what a good play. No, he goes to the open area, gets open, because why? He wants that puck back.
Yandel keeps to the line. They'll work it down the near boards and in behind the net. Devontae Smith-Pelly will help this one up the ice as it's played all the way back by Stone, and they wave off the icing. Stone gets it back and over the Anaheim line before it's taken away that time by Hampus Lindholm. Kessler with it now quickly up the ice. Angled that time by Yandel. Emerson Edom around for Bolesky. To the line it goes. Bozeman. Kessler's shot goes wide. Lindholm now gets one towards the net. Knocked away. Lindholm gets it right back, and that one through the crease and just wide. And in behind the net, Kessler centering play that time denied. Uncle Stone. Good battle. Lindholm finds Bozeman. Now Bolesky before it's taken away, and Shane Doan will get it out. And in behind the net, Anderson. And he'll wrap it around where Edom now takes a bump from Bodker, and it's cleared out. And we'll get a whistle and a stoppage. Well, tonight on Fox Sports Live, undefeated Kentucky faces its toughest test of the year as they face their rival Louisville. Full highlights from a stacked slate of college football bowl games. And a major sports franchise will not have a head coach this year. You won't believe this story when you hear it. I'm sure they're going to have Arizona State highlights. Congratulations to the Sun Devils on their big win today in El Paso. Silverberg trying to get it out. He can't. Board battle here. Lovejoy now in the corner. Fowler will wrap it around. Good keep by Murphy. Murphy to the front and just deflected wide. Korpikoski's been around it in the first half of this hockey game, Tyson. He
draws a penalty here. Joe Vitale, because of all this pressure. Good speed.
Goes in behind the net. Vitale will go after it. Now Connor Murphy as well. Flips it out high. Gagne now. McMillan. Sam Gagne. Across it goes. Ekman Larson, and he took a shot just off the end boards. Coyotes will go to the power play. A 1-1 tie.
All right, Keith Yandel here, guys. Jens, you haven't found the back of the net here in the second period, but you've been all over the Ducks. Tactically, what are some of the keys to winning this game?
I think we got to play in their end. It's obviously how skilled they are. If you can keep them out of our own end, it's it's a big accomplishment. But we got to play down there, sustain pressure, and try to get puck time.
Quick follow-up, power play opportunity here. How important is this?
Yeah, it's big. We got to, especially a tie game here in the second. We got to go out and put together a good effort here for 2 minutes and get a goal.
All right, go get one.
Thanks, man.
All right, well, they have been playing a lot in the Ducks end here in the first half of the second period. Arizona Lottery Powerball power play as Nate Thompson in the box. An opportunity to get their first lead of the hockey game here tonight, Tyson, as it's worked in behind the net.
Oh, they'd love to get one here, no question. Offense has been hard to come by this season for the Coyotes. Their power play has done a lot of the damage for them because of the play of guys like Oliver Ekman-Larsson and Keith Yandel. And I'm excited to see now a power play opportunity with Sam Gagne starting to heat up a little bit. They have Martin Hansel and no Erat on this line. It's going to be Reeder. But it's all about confidence.
Reeder, Gagne, and Hansel with Ekman, Larson, and Yandel as the point men. Good work along the boards by Silverberg. Played to the line, and Cogliano will dump one right back in where Yandel will go play. Giveaway here, comes out high, and a shot just wide on the deflection by Cogliano. Gagne will take it away, gets it in over the line. Reeder has it. Reeder right to the front. Oh, he hit the outside of the net, I believe. Deflected. More battle here before it's taken away, and Cogliano will send down the length. So Yandel with it, 44 to go. Coyotes looking for their first shot on this Arizona Lottery Powerball power play. Yandel right to the front, and a glove save that time by Frederik Andersen.
Shane Doan wanted that puck to the front of the net. Keith Yandel puts it right there.
Both of these teams have been struggling on their penalty kill this month. Coyotes and Ducks.
Arizona would love to capitalize while the Ducks continue, hopefully, to struggle.
Face-off controlled by Arizona. Stone gives it to Bodker. Back to Stone. He's got a lane. Now Stone winds in a stop that time by Andersen.
Oh, that's going to leave a mark. That was Shane Doan. Hit him right in the back of the leg. Trying to screen Andersen in front.
Bringing it back. And now Bodker will set it up at that point. Across to Stone. He shoots and a save by Andersen. Going into the corner, took a run at Fowler. 3 shots on this power play. It's
broken stick now, too. Lovejoy.
It looked like Lovejoy might have played the puck with
and
the
Shane
broken
Doan
stick. Yeah, Doan
lays out Smith Pelly.
He's trying to get momentum off that power play that does not convert. Chipchura over the line. Taken away by Getzlaf. Sent all the way back, and Ekman Larson now. Coyotes will get it out of the zone, back through center. Kessler now on right wing. Good keep by Stoner, and right to the glove of Brizgalov.
Well, let's take a look at Shane Doan. This is why they call him a power forward right there. Have a seat, Smith Pelly. That's a perfect hit right there, shoulder to shoulder. The bigger man wins on this one. And Smith Pelly gets an earful as well from the captain. That's your APS Energy All-Star. Shane Doan looking to spark his team, and that's what good captains do. They lead by example. They don't just chirp in the locker room. They bring it, and they do it on the ice. That doesn't get you fired up. I don't know what does. Check for a heartbeat.
Shot goes wide. Now Stoner with a blast. Never made it to the net. Connor Murphy in behind trying to clean up the loose mess. And it's played out by Murphy back to center ice. Here's an opportunity for Korpikoski in over the line. He'll pull up. Looking for help. Finds Murphy. Wrister to the net, but that was blocked.
Again, good speed by Korpikoski.
Cogliano with it over the line. Murphy sizing him up. Millen will flip behind the net.
Korpikoski sure creating a lot because of his speed, backing off the defense. He is tough to play against when he plays this way. A lot like Bodker and a lot like Reeder. You can't teach speed.
Hansel now. Good keep of the line, Gagne. He'll work it to the corner for Erat. Now Erat to the line. Yandel with a shot over the top. Played out by Anaheim.
Chin music there. You don't want to be standing in front when that puck comes whistling through.
Yandel moves it along through center. Sam Gagne. Cleared out of there, and Silverberg comes back for Anaheim.
There's no question the Ducks are on their heels in this game because of all the pressure from the Coyotes.
Now Gagne will bring it along for Hansel. Got it back and over the line, and it chases on between Fowler and Gagne. Silverberg now for Anaheim. Got to back it over the line. Murphy's going to take it to the corner. Also down there is Rene Bourque. Bodker frees it.
It's one and done for the Ducks
Yeah.
right now. No sustained pressure.
Good keep of the line. Bodker now dipping that shoulder to the front. A chance for Met. Partially blocked that time. And good coverage that time by Anaheim as well. And now Vermette will take it away. Gives it to Doan. He shoots. Stop. Rebound. Oh, save Anderson. He robs Bodker. What a stop.
And Bodker can't believe it. And he has something to say to Anderson as he skates by through the blue paint. He's looking up at the Jumbotron. He wants a replay of this one. Another turnover. Shane Doan with the shot. And Bodker right there on the doorstep. Wide open net. And Anderson gets a glove on this somehow. What a save.
Save of the night.
Keeps his team into it.
Stone with a shot. Glove save again. Anderson. One final look at robbery in the Anaheim crease. Welcome back. If you know somebody between the ages of 10 and 14 who loves hockey and wants to be a guest broadcaster for a game, have them come out to the Coyotes game Monday here at Gila River Arena for the Fox Sports Arizona Sanderson Ford Kidcaster auditions. Be held inside the arena from 6 to 7. Auditions will be held at the Coyotes Ticket Central across from section 111. Bodker now into the corner. Little pull-up move here. He's got room. He shoots, and he sent one wide.
If it wasn't kidding when he was talking about his team here this morning. They looked energetic. They looked fresh. And it's carried over here into this game. Unfortunately, they haven't found the back of the net. They don't want to let the Ducks hang around here, though.
Doan sends it right back in. Got to pay it off sooner or later. Across now. Stone. And behind the net now to the near corner where Bolesky will backhand one along for Kessler and back through center ice. Emerson Edom, but he gave it right to Shane Doan. And the Coyotes will counter. Here's Reeder over the line. Rister, and that's just wide. Oh, Anderson was looking behind him there. Now Murphy tried to work it to the front, taken away by Edom. They'll clear back to center ice, and we get a high stick, and so that'll flag it down. This is nothing new, though, for Anaheim, Tyson, talking about tight games. 14 of their last 16 have been one-goal games, but good teams like Anaheim, they do figure out a way to win them.
Well, that'll bode well as this season goes along, because that's what tough hockey, playoff hockey is all about. 17-0-5 in one-goal games. That's second in the entire NHL.
Murphy got upended. Chipchura sets it up. Normally going to try to get it out. Chipchura off the boards, and he clears the center. Dave Moss has it.
Big part of the Ducks' success this year has been because of their goaltender, Anderson. What a year he's had. 19 wins.
Yeah, he's been terrific. Hey, don't forget the Arizona Lottery Buck Bash. Returns Saturday, January the 3rd. You can get $1 Pepsis, hot dogs, and popcorn. Well, the Coyotes host the Blue Jackets. Get your tickets today at ArizonaCoyotes.com, or you can call 480-563-PUCK.
Our old friend backing up Anderson is Ilya Bryzgalov here tonight in the house.
Over the line, Maroon. Now Maroon with a shot. Glove save, Dubnyk.
Well, Dubnyk hasn't seen a lot of rubber. It has been a while. Snatches that one out of midair. He won't be outdone by Anderson. There's Maroon. Makes it look pretty easy. No rebound on the play. And again, the story here tonight is, at least in the second period, has been one and done for the Ducks. Unable to create much offensively, but they don't need many chances with the offensive weapons that they possess. Getzlaf, Kessler, Bolesky with 15 goals.
Stone back to center. He got roughed up that time by Nate Thompson. In behind the net now is Anderson will try to clear. Korpikoski got in the middle of that one.
And I don't care how skilled you are. This is a perfect example, this second period, that you work hard, you outwork the opposition, which the Coyotes have done here. I'll take that all day long.
Hard work and speed, and we talked about speed and the factor, and Nasher knows as this shot by Vitale goes over the top.
They're just outworking the Ducks right now, winning all the foot races to these loose pucks.
Goes in behind the net. Joe Vitale tried to throw it to the front. Cleared out of there and back to center ice for Danny Heatley. Yandel now, a little pull-up move there for Brandon McMillan. And back through center ice, deflected by Hansel. Hansel drops for Yandel. Smart play there to get it back in. Into the corner, Clayton Stoner now. Taken away by Hansel. And again, another foot race and another win by the Coyotes. Good work by Hansel. Played to the line. McCulloch got a shot away.
That's where Anaheim has been good here tonight, fronting those point shots. Making sure they do not get to Anderson, and out they go.
Gagne into the corner, bouncing puck in front. Vatanen. This one ends up in the corner for Hansel to send behind the net.
And as Martin Hansel does a real nice job here tonight on Ryan Getzlaf.
Deep into the corner now is Gagne. In on the forecheck with Martin Erat. Kessler is there.
Let's not forget on the back end of Getzlaf is Oliver Ekman-Larsson doing a nice job on the blue line too.
Gormley at center with it. Into the corner, Antoine Vermette behind the net. That top unit out. Roger Vermette Doan again. And taken away by Vatanen, and he'll move it out. Emerson Edom got it through the neutral zone before it's picked by Connor Murphy. Edom locking it up the near boards, able to keep the zone. Boschman does a nice job. It pops in front, and here's a shot stopped by Dubnyk. Good look there on Bolesky. Our Nissan high excitement player, Evan Dubnyk. 1-1 here tonight, the Coyotes and Ducks. Saturday Night Hockey presented by Taco Bell. Good look at Oliver Ekman-Larsson. What a month he's had. Tied with the league lead with Eric Johnson. Most goals by a defenseman this month. Each of those players have 5. Kept at the line. Here's an opportunity for Bolesky. Into the corner, Edom trying to walk it along the goal line. Knocked away by Michael Stone. Lovejoy plays it in behind. And Moss will live another day as he chips this one out of the zone and all the way back.
I think the Ducks are trying to be a little bit more aggressive on that blue line, having their deep pinch and try to generate a little more pressure on the Coyotes. Saw Fowler pinch in deep.
Cam Fowler has it. Diagonal pass into the zone, Yandel, and now Anaheim changes.
Only 16 shots tonight here for the Ducks. That has to be close to their season low for a team this offensive.
And behind the net, Silverberg to the front, and a one-timer fanning on at that time.
Well, Sam Gagne with the back pressure.
Raquel had a great look. Silverberg now to the corner. Raquel, one-timer, it's in the crease. And taken away that time by Martin Erat.
Oh, hands like a surgeon there by Erat. He had to be careful not to bang that one in. Dubnyk had no idea where it was.
Probably a pretty good player in operation growing up, right? Played away. Don't know if they had that in the Czech Republic. What a game, though, as it's played back, and Ekman-Larsson will set it up. Martin Erat will send one in. Played in behind the net, 2.5 or so remaining in the second period. Full out effort here for the first 38 minutes of this hockey game. Played right back. Shot wide of the mark, ends up behind the net. Ekman-Larsson kept by Vatanen. Here's a chance. Stoner in a shot just wide. That looked close to goaltender interference. I don't know how your look was on that, Tyson, but like Dubnyk might have been interfered with on that last sequence as it's played back in behind the net.
Yeah, he was fighting to find that puck and make that save. Good thing that puck went wide.
Getzlaf back. Smith-Pelly now. Bump that time from Brandon McMillan. Coyotes will change it. Ekman Larsson trying to gain that red line. He does, and he sends it into the corner. Got a big hit that time from Smith-Pelly. Now a big turn by Bodker, and all the way back out to the point as he drops for Doan. Doan does the same, and across now, Connor Murphy. Try to get it to the front that time. Mikhail Bodker upended. Here come the Ducks. Over the line, Smith-Pelly takes a shot, and a stop by Dubnyk. Square to the shot with 1:21 remaining in the second.
Well, let's take a look at this Sam Gagner back check right here, guys. Keep your eye on it and watch how he gets back into the play. It is a 4-on-2 and a 4-on-3 now, and Sam Gagner, he gets back, he lifts the stick of the Ducks player who was right in front, all alone in front of Dubnyk. He thought he had a glorious scoring chance. Sam Gagner says otherwise because of that pressure. That is good stuff. Gagner doing it at both ends of the ice on both sides of the puck.
Chipchura near corner. Looks to move it along. He'll go back after his own pass. Coyotes trying to get it out. And now Gormley for Connor Murphy. A big hit there is a colliding was Hampus Lindholm and Kyle Chipchura. Under a minute to go in the second. Gormley tries to get rid of it. He coughed it up. Emerson Edom will take it away. Now the Coyotes will free it. And they bail out the defenseman as Gormley will get it right back. Just trying to get it out. He's having a real difficult sequence here. He hangs with it. And Moss now will get it back through center. Turnover here, over the line, and a shot just wide of the mark, taken that time by Maroon. Coyotes will get a late change with a half a minute to go here as it's set up by Vatanen. Taken away, Gagner. Now Gagner, rink wide, Ekman Larsson. Sent towards the net, that was blocked away, and flying the zone that time was Silverberg, but it's played that time by Dubnyk, and he sends behind the net. And cleared all the way back, and that's pretty much going to do it here for the second period tonight in Glendale. Three things you need to know about our second intermission upcoming. Todd will chat with Brandon Gormley. We'll get you an update from the World Juniors up in Canada. And another installment of Nash Your Nose. Tyson, each team with a goal. Each team with 18 shots on goal. So that pretty much shows how tight this one has been.
Yeah, a real dominant period in my mind by Arizona. A lot of pressure, that forechecking pressure that we always talk about. Unable to beat Anderson, but they got to stick with that. Got to be positive going into this second intermission and get ready for a solid third.
Both goals in the first. Rene Bourque for Anaheim, Zbynek McCulloch for the Coyotes. End of two. It's 1-1. Ducks, Coyotes. Brandon Gormley up next with Todd Walsh. Welcome back as we get set for the third period. The Coyotes and Ducks are tied at 1. Our CenturyLink link to what's next. We're going to have fun with this. A special telecast coming up on Monday as we ask you, the viewers, to help vote Keith Yandle and Oliver Ekman Larsson into the All-Star Game in Ohio next month. It's our Vote Coyotes All-Star telecast. It starts at 6:30, and some great prizes are in store for you just for voting. So tune in right here on Fox Sports Arizona. Vote early, vote often. As we take a look at the stats through two here tonight. Very even game, Tyson.
Yeah, the Coyotes with 42 shot attempts. They've missed the net 7 times. They're going to have to make every one of them count here in this third period. We know the Ducks, they're second in the entire National Hockey League in 1-goal games. This is as tight as it gets going into the third. I expect a big period out of Arizona here.
Bourque, the goal scorer for Anaheim tonight, and McCulloch for the Arizona Coyotes. Tonight's Arizona Ford dealer second period highlight. How about the hit on Devontae Smith-Pelly from the captain, Shane Doan.
Well, good captains lead by example. Shane Doan comes out with a monster hit on Smith-Pelly, trying to fire his team up on the bench. You gotta love it. And the crowd here at Gila River pumped up here for this third period as well. Place that has not been friendly for Arizona this year, home ice. We're going to put back-to-back wins together for the first time in a long time against the best team in the NHL, the Ducks, sitting at 51 points.
5-8-3 the home record so far for the Arizona Coyotes. Going to try to get one past Frederik Andersen, who since the 20th of October 2013 has the highest win percentage in the circuit. That's with a minimum of 40 starts. Good names on that list, too. But Frederik Andersen kind of burst on the scene a year ago in October and really helped solidify the Ducks' goaltending.
Yeah, they got rid of Hiller. I was a little bit surprised, but now I see why. You can get rid of a good goaltender like that because Andersen coming down the pipe. There's a look at Ilya Bryzgalov. Long-time Phoenix Coyote at that time. Still scared of Bears, Aaron. No Bears here in Arizona.
Oh, there's a bear out in Mesa. They got relocated up to the National Forest.
I thought that was just you with your shirt off.
Play it all the way back. Yeah, the gut's about the same, I guess. Played out. Bolescu moving along. Kessler got it in over the line. Opening minute of the third period as Edom got it to the front. And a stop that time by goaltender Devin Dubnyk.
I was thinking more of the hairy back, but anyway, another good play here. This is much like the Ducks' first goal. Getzlaf taking a puck hard to the net. This time it was... couldn't get a number on that body. Good pressure, though. Good start to this third period by the Ducks.
Keith Yandle in behind the net. What an opportunity here for the Coyotes against the best in the National Hockey League, the Anaheim Ducks. Reeder will try to chip it past Vatanen that time into the corner for Stoner to play it along. Now Kyle Chipchura to the front, a chance, it's set wide by Yandle. Oh, he gets snuck in from that left point with a beauty of a chance.
All alone. Where was the Ducks defense? Keith Yandle. Extremely sneaky back door.
Yeah, that goal in Edmonton on Tuesday night where he kind of sifted down into that circle. He was able to get one past Victor Foss, the former Anaheim goaltender. Look out here, turnover right to the front. Smith-Pelly, and he set one wide. Little loosey-goosey on both ends to begin this third period here tonight. As now Keith Yandle will cross center. He'll peel to the bench as the Coyotes send one in. Smith-Pelly will move it along. Lindholm over the line, try to get it in front, but taken away. Guess who? Sam Gagner on the back check. Boy, has he made a conscientious attempt over the last several games to really help out defensively, and that one was a beauty as it sent in to the glove of Andersen. Out with it is Fowler for Anaheim. Bryzgalov will steer it around for Connor Murphy to flip.
Again, good out pass, alleviating that pressure the Ducks are trying to put on.
Here's a turnover to the front of the net. And covered up by Dubnyk.
You got to be careful of those turnovers, but the Ducks defense, we talked about Keith Yandle sneaking behind everyone right here. Keep an eye on Keith Yandle. Look at the Duck players. Keith Yandle right down the pipe. Back door, what a play by Chipchura. And Yandle just blows it high and wide. The Ducks out of sorts. Keith Yandle trying to find the top corner. Past Andersen. Oh.
Murphy will get it off the boards and all the way back.
You don't see that very often out of this Ducks team. You don't get the 51 points playing defense like that.
Turnover, Vatanen will skate it back to center. Coyotes look to counter. Korpikoski goes the other way quickly. Korpikoski with a wrist shot in front. That was deflected, I believe, by Vatanen in front.
Turnover there by Heatley in the neutral zone. Not much effort getting back on that one.
Joe Vitale behind the net. To the point. Connor Murphy.
The line you could really exploit if you're Arizona.
Turn the other way and look out. Maybe a 2-on-1. Cogliano in over the line. He shoots. He hit the post.
Oh, did he ever right off the crossbar. I think Gormley underestimated the speed of Cogliano.
And Cogliano and Dubnyk having words after.
Flying down that left side. There goes Cogliano, and Gormley is just trying to backpedal. There's the shot. Not sure if Dubnyk gets a piece of that or not, but that was some high heat.
Cogliano a couple of years back had the hat trick against the Coyotes. Kyle Chipchura locked up along the boards there by Kessler. Good board battle here. It's taken away by Yandle. He'll scoop it free. And the Coyotes will get it to center ice. Kyle Chipchura trying to move it up. But it's turned the other way, and Kessler now before it's angled off by Keith Yandle. And Toby Reeder that time coming close. Yeah, close to you too.
Punished a few times here tonight, but Reeder he's like Gumby. He just bounces right back up. You can bend him any which way, and he just goes back to normal.
Remember those things called weebles?
That was before my time.
Play it all the way back. They'd wobble, but they'd never fall down. As we get a whistle here.
Well, here's a few Gumbies on this list right here. Cogliano, Vermette, and Keith Yandle all playing in one game. 577 games. There's a look at that hit. Sticks a flying.
Where are you going there, partner?
My nose got stuck in the glass.
I'm surprised you didn't have a warm coffee going in the one hand.
A little extra product in the hair. It's bulletproof tonight.
Well, you know, you always got to protect your brains, right? Play back to the line, and Ekman-Larsson will play it in behind the net. Hansel. Ducks will take it away and clear it all the way back to center. Lindholm for Bolesky. Ducks change it up. McCulloch moves it there for Ekman-Larsson, who gets it back to center. So we go from end to end to a little bit more of a chess match right now. Lovejoy over the line. He's trying to get it to the front that time, and it's handled by Dubnyk, and he reaches out to grab it on a bid by Rene Bourne. Hey, don't forget the first 5,000 fans through the gates on Saturday, January 3rd, when the Coyotes host the Blue Jackets are going to get a free fleece blanket courtesy of Gila River Casinos. Tickets available at ArizonaCoyotes.com or call 480-563-PUCK. And it is chilly in the desert, Tice.
It is chilly.
Did you cover your plants last night?
Plants?
Yeah. They're probably all dead. Kathy's not going to be happy. Probably had somebody do it. You probably hired a service to go out there and cover it for you, right?
You could offer.
Played away. Yeah, but you'd want me to come out there for free as it's played back by Lovejoy. Turnover here. Doan nearly had it. Picked off. Fowler now. Sent in behind the net. It was 31 at the house this morning. As Vermette will get it back to center ice for Shane Doan. Over the line and into the corner. Bodker with it. Back of the line. Connor Murphy. Wise play sends behind the net. Doan hanging out. Right up there by Ben Lovejoy, and now Smith Pelly will move it to Fowler, and the Ducks will bring it up the ice as Fowler now with a pirouette. Gets it across center, intended that time for Jakob Silfverberg. Stoner picks it off, and he'll send one deep. Into the corner now. Board battle, Connor Murphy. And Korpikoski will get it out. A bump there from Clayton Stoner, played right back in. McMillan strips it away. It comes in front of him. Korpikoski's there. Another chance, and lunging to make the save was Anderson. That might have been Brandon McMillan. Well, the fourth liners really lighting it up here. Korpikoski out there with Vitale and McMillan right now.
Well, this line has been effective here tonight. Again, more speed and just the work ethic, beating the Ducks to these loose pucks.
Board battle here before it's finally cleared and out of the zone. Yandel has it. He'll work it up the left wing side. Back to center for Hansel. He's got Erat and Gagne and backing over the line, delayed offside here. So the Ducks will cancel it out as they bring it up the ice. Nate Thompson, little pull-up move, and that goes over the top of the net. Played in behind Nate Thompson, and now Brandon Gormley after it. Coyotes will try to set it up on left wing and outletting quickly to center for Connor Murphy. Goes all the way back. Martin Hansel played it behind the net. Comes out high. Murphy with a shot and a stop that time by Anderson. Good action here. Both ends. 1-1 in the third. Welcome back. Here's our Taco Bell game summary. Early on, the Ducks broke through with the first goal of the game. Getzlaf setting it up for Rene Bourque in front. That made it 1-0, and then Zbynek McCulloch. Great effort, as Tyson alluded to earlier, on a Martin Hansel. And Zbynek McCulloch ripping one past Frederik Andersen. Nice screen in front, set by Sam Gagne. So we've had the two goals. So the goaltenders in this one, both ends, Tyson, have been razor sharp.
Yeah, have they ever been? Anderson with a couple massive saves right there on Bodker, and then Devin Dubnyk would not be outdone. Big save on Cogliano, and again, Devin Dubnyk's rebound control has been so good in this game, giving the Ducks nothing.
As you can see, they really missed Corey Perry. Not really. That's since 06-07.
That is hard to believe.
So see that? Corey Perry's the problem. Trade him, right?
Well, their record may be better, but I can guarantee you they are not a better team without Corey Perry. Look at those numbers.
And I am kidding, of course, when I say that.
Corey Perry, just an unreal goal scorer.
In front on Reeder, but that was poked away by Anderson. Bolesky with it back over the line. Shoots, and a glove save that time. And hard to the front on Dubnyk that time. I believe it was Emerson Edom.
I didn't get a real good look at this Reeder chance in front of Anderson. Again, let's take a look at it off the faceoff. Oh, he just can't get that puck to his forehand. Look at the poke check right there of Anderson that doesn't allow Reeder that half second to put the puck in the empty net. Anderson, what a year he has had. Just 25 years old, too, with a young netminder. Lots of good years left in front of him. What a season. 19 wins. He's looking for number 20 here tonight.
Off the draw, stopped that time. Bolesky got a great look at Dubnyk. Sharp angle right through the crease. And over the glass and out of play.
Plays like Anderson has made here tonight. Big saves at crucial moments has kept his team, the Ducks, in this one. The Coyotes definitely with the better of the scoring chances. The shots very even, 23 for the Ducks, 22 for the Coyotes, but it's all about quality, and the Coyotes have dominated in that category.
Kessler wins the draw. Bolesky fighting away at it, but it's turned the other way, and out come the Coyotes. Dave Moss. Reeder helping out, but it's stolen away. Reeder all over it. Now it's turned, and back to center ice, Emerson Edom. Dubnyk will lead behind the net.
Reeder pasted once again, by this time by Kessler.
Chipchura has it. Over the line. Played that one in behind the net.
You know what I like about Reeder is that he's taken 4 or 5 big hits here tonight to make plays. He sucked it up. He knows he's going to get lit up. And he sucks it up and makes that play. Here's a look at it. This time behind the net. He gets the puck from Dubnyk. Stands his ground. Gets stapled to the end boards. Just the little things that Dave Tippett likes about his game. Bounces right back up, smile on his face. He's happy to be in the NHL. Doing whatever he has to do, Matt, to stick around.
Yeah, he really hasn't been one of those rookies to hit the proverbial wall. Erat set to the front. That's going to be cleared away by Stoner.
I still would love to see him get involved a little bit more offensively. 7 points this year, just with his skill set. He's much better than that.
Turnover, Bourque now shoots. Stopped by Dubnyk. It ends up in behind the net. Hansel's going to go after it. To center for Gagne. Drops it, Erat. Erat, Rooster, right to the glove of Anderson. Well, Fox Sports 1 brings you a marathon of Big East basketball featuring all 10 teams back-to-back.
Now, they didn't like Martin Hansel with the little slash on Anderson. Hansel is, ooh, me? What did I do? He skated away. Things getting a little bit chippy here, but Arizona does not want to take a penalty at this stage. The struggling penalty kill. Got to be smart. Draw one themselves with all that pressure.
Getzlaf having words there with Zbynek McCulloch. Cooler heads prevail. The Big East New Year's Marathon begins at 9:30 only on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Face-off will be inside the Anaheim zone.
This line's been good here tonight, too. Antoine Vermette, Doan, and Mikkel Boedker. Vermette and Boedker are the two best chances so far.
Bucks will bring it out. Patrick Maroon. Now Murphy in behind the net.
Well, this defensive pairing for Dave Tippett as well. Connor Murphy and Gormley. Talk about trust in these two guys, putting them out there together.
Big part of the future here in Glendale.
Last change on home ice. He can get the matchups that he wants, not exposing those two youngsters to that top line of Getzlaf.
Bozeman will get one in. Played in behind the net by Dubnyk. Into the near corner. Hampus Lindholm will get it down low. Silverberg there. A bump from Connor Murphy. Coyotes trying to get it out. And now Lindholm back against Shane Doan. Jakob Silverberg sends one in. Dubnyk behind the net. Kind of gotten away with one there. Good pressure that time by Anaheim.
Anaheim continues to dump that puck in right to Dubnyk, though. Dubnyk very underrated in his ability to play the puck. He comes out at every opportunity, much like Mike Smith. Doesn't play the puck quite as well, but still unafraid.
Good decisions, too, as Yandel now got it in over the line. Takes another shot. That goes off Ben Lovejoy's skate.
Two big blocks there by Lovejoy.
Played collegiately at Dartmouth. Turnover here, Vitale. Sends one in behind the net. Reeder there. Gets dumped again. Dave Moss. Trying to clean it up. Moss, nice move off the end boards. Chipchura to the front. It came up high on Anderson and ends up in behind the net. That kind of rode up, and you wonder if it's going to be one of those nights as Chipchura that time with a big hit on Lovejoy.
I was really surprised at the Ducks' numbers compared to the Coyotes as far as block shots go. The Ducks, the best team in the NHL, just about 5 or 6 less block shots than Arizona. For a team that doesn't spend much time in their own zone, they sure block a lot of shots.
Stoner's going to chase this one down, the former Minnesota Wild player, as he moves it to Kessler. Emerson Edom. And now Gormley for Connor Murphy. Played in by Martin Hansel, cleared away that time by Stoner.
The Coyotes are just one bounce away, 1 inch away from taking the lead in this game. Ducks are just hanging around.
Right back in, and Brandon Gormley with it for Sam Gagne. Hansel will chase this against Getzlaf. Back to the line, McCulloch. His shot blocked away by Getzlaf. 3-on-2 possibly for Anaheim as Getzlaf brings it in over the line. Played in behind the net. Dubnyk lets it go. Oh, it bounces free. Again, Getzlaf out there. And like Tyson was saying earlier, whenever he's out there, it seems the puck ends up in front of the net. So we'll keep an eye on that. Back to the line. Beauchemin shoots. And a stop there by Dubnyk. 1-1 thriller here in the third.
Solid effort so far from both Devan Dubnyk and Frederik Andersen as this game is tied at 1 here with about 8 minutes left to go in the third period. Jody Jackson with you from our broadcast balcony where I'll be for our post-game show. Coyotes Live join us right after the game. Of course, Tyson Nash will join me as well. Todd Walsh will be down in the locker room getting reaction. But guys, so far, nice effort, goaltending duel here in the third.
Absolutely, Jody. A lot of storylines. The goaltending a big part of it. Brandon Gormley back in the lineup as this one pops in front, and the play of Sam Gagner carrying over. But really, the goaltending is the story. And Devan Dubnyk, you mentioned his rebound control, Tyson. It has been good tonight.
Yeah, it's been really good. You know the Ducks, they want to get pucks and people to the net. That's how they scored their first goal by Rene Bourque. But there hasn't been anything. No loose change in that blue paint. No garbage goals for them to pick up and bang home. Coyotes also have done a much better job once again in front of Devan Dubnyk defending. No loose pucks for players to get. The Coyotes defense picking up sticks and boxing players out.
Devontae Smith-Pelly will work it to the line. Cam Fowler with a shot and a glove save. Dubnyk seeing that one all the way.
Yeah, seeing that all the way. That's the players in front boxing those lanes out, those shooting lanes, allowing Dubnyk to see that point shot all the way, and he'll snatch those out of midair every time as Smith-Pelly and Getzlaf were right there on the doorstep.
Vermette and Getzlaf on the draw to the right of Dubnyk. Ekman Larsson gets pasted, tries to move it along for Bodker. Coyotes can't get it out. Sharp angle. A bid that time goes wide.
Green light by the Ducks defense here, pinching at every opportunity.
And a 2-on-2 the other way. Bodker and Doan. Doan over the line. And a wrister blocked away by Fowler. Getzlaf will try to move it along for Smith-Pelly into center ice for Rene Bourque. Sent right back in over the line. Change on here for Anaheim. 7:15 remaining in the third. Played right back in by Antoine Vermette and flipped deep into the corner where Stoner and Bodker will battle. Kept at the line by Vitale. Coyotes try to go counter here on a couple of Anaheim turnovers. Played right back through center ice and Stoner with it over the line, and his shot is on and Dubnyk makes the save. Well, the Pepsi Family Value Pack has been extended for that game Monday against the Flyers. Get 4 tickets, 4 Pepsis, and 4 hot dogs for just $119. You can purchase yours at ArizonaCoyotes.com or call 480-563-PUCK. It's the only trip of the season into the desert by the Philadelphia Flyers, who are playing Nashville tonight. Brandon McMillan will cross center as he dumps one in. Stoner after it. McMillan locks it up along the far boards. Pretty good board battle there with Rickard Rakell. Comes free and a sharp angle shot, Korpikoski. Stone will force it in behind the net, but it rolls around and the Ducks will free it. And here they come, Vatanen through center. On the right side, Valesky got a shot away and that was stopped.
Vatanen, for such an offensive defenseman, 24 points on the year, 9 goals, been real quiet in this game.
Behind the net, Vitale and Korpikoski trying to maintain a little heat there inside the offensive zone before it's played away. Hampus Lindholm will get it in over the line. Taken away, however, and the Coyotes will move it back. Erat got it right to the blue line. This one will go deep. Beauchemin plays it in behind the net. Lindholm brings it around. Left it there for Nate Thompson, the former Lightning player. And now out with it is Cogliano. Dumped in behind the net. Gormley goes after it. So does Cogliano. Comes in front. A chance for Heatley. And a little backhander away, not much on the shot, but a dangerous scoring chance. Erat had his helmet stripped. And now the Coyotes will bring it back. Over the line, Gagne. Trying to get a little wrister away. Turnover, however. Play it along, Edom. Oh, Emerson Edom will take it into the corner. Edom out high, and a shot. Kessler, that was blocked away. And another shot right through the crease, stopped by Dubnyk. Coyotes will spread it out. Here they come, Chipchura. Plays it in behind the net, pounces in front, and it's taken away by Kessler. And Bolesky will move it across center. For Edom. Now Edom trying to go wide. Side of the net, cleared away by Yandel. Chance, Lovejoy, shot on, and a stop that time on a redirect by Devan Dubnyk. Good chances, and Devan Dubnyk slams the door.
Welcome back. We've talked a lot about Devan Dubnyk's rebound control. Stop it right here, guys. Watch this right pad, kicks it right out, knowing that Cogliano is far side. Kicks it right out in front to Erat. So even when there is a rebound, he's putting it into areas that the Coyotes can get it back, those safety zones that we always talk about.
Stoner dumps it in behind the net, and it rolls around for Sam Gagne to retrieve, and he gets it through center, intended for Martin Hansel, but Devontae Smith-Pelly there, and he'll send it right back in. Coyotes clear it, however. Haven't had many shots in the second half of this third period. And stuck on 26 for a while. Ducks have 31. This one on. Stopped by Anderson.
Time for the Coyotes to start generating a little more offensive. They sat back a little bit, and it's been Anaheim that's really turned it up.
Vatanen has it. Taken away by Ekman-Larsson. Cleared out, now sent back, and we'll get a whistle on the offside. So the faceoff comes outside the Coyote zone.
Get Oliver Ekman-Larsson and big Martin Hansel and his body of work here tonight against Getzlaf. Probably out there for 95% of Getzlaf's shifts in this hockey game. That is a workload. It's a big boy right there in Getzlaf. 21 points for Getzlaf in his last 13 games. That is impressive. 5th in the entire NHL.
Doan with it, back in over the line. Fighting for it on that right wing side. Taking away Boschman now for Jakob Silfverberg. This one's going to go down the length. So the Coyotes are going to get a late offensive zone faceoff with 3.5 to go in regulation.
All these faceoffs become so much more magnified as this game goes along. Trying to generate offense. It's the easiest way to create it. Win a draw and get a shot to the front of the net. You look at the faceoffs here tonight. Arizona has dominated by 10 more wins.
Kept to the line. Sent in. Blocked away. Gormley had a good look there, but it's turned the other way, and out comes Maroon. Maroon tied up that time by Connor Murphy. Freed for Silfverberg. He shoots. He sent it over the top. Boy, had a lot on that one as it goes all the way back inside the Anaheim blue line.
A lot on that one and a lot of room to let that one go. There's those tight gaps gone to.
Played right back, and Dubnyk's going to cover this one to get a face-off this time at the Arizona end.
A little bit of a breakdown by Arizona in their own zone, and it's where we talked about consistency and how they played. They played a real good game up till this point. You can't take your foot off the gas with 3 minutes to go. It's all about a game of mistakes. One mistake will cost you now.
Ducks win the draw. This one's sent. Stopped that time by Dubnyk.
That was a big save by Dubnyk. Had a real good line of sight on that one. The shot by Lovejoy. Redirected in front, and Dubnyk just gets his right pad and blocker on that shot. Puck just sinks right down. It's coming high and ended up low.
Joe Vitale wins the draw, sends it in behind the net. Stone wraps it around. Coyotes will get it back to center. Lovejoy. Cam Fowler. Sent right back in and around it goes. Kept at the line. Lovejoy. His shot blocked away. Coyotes going to try to come away with it, and they will. Brandon McMillan to center. Korpikoski will move it along. Coverage there is Korpikoski now holding on to it. Moves it along. Chipchura. Now Chipchura looking for an outlet. To the line, McCulloch. Sends it into the corner. McMillan that time got a bit of a tug that sequence from Lovejoy. Played out. Nate Thompson now trying to get around Moss. And the Coyotes will move it right back. Chipchura over the line. But he got stripped to the puck. And Edom will clear it back to center. And now the puck will go back inside the Coyotes' blue line. Follow up by Edom. Drops it for Kessler. Now the Ducks got something going. Kessler, but it's stripped away. And the Coyotes will get it out.
Good play there by Dave Moss. Again, it's all about those blue lines, making sure those pucks get in and they get out. Chipchura with the turnover in the offensive zone.
Edom. Reeder with a curl, but he couldn't keep the zone. He brought the puck out, so it's an offside.
End of a long shift for Reeder. This is the line that Dave Tippett wants on the ice right now, though, is Sam Gagner, Erat, and Martin Hanzal. Once again, who else? Against Getzlaf, Smith Pelly, and Rene Bourque. That's the Ducks' only goal of this hockey game.
Getzlaf laid off the bench. Nate Thompson will take the draw against Martin Hanzal with a minute 24 in a 1-1 tie. Both goals from back in the first period. Bourque for Anaheim. Zbynek McCulloch for the Coyotes. Bozeman. For Hampus Lindholm. Nate Thompson now bring it along. Into the Coyotes zone. Fell down on the play. Gagner just calmly will take it away. Got it out. Smith Pelly brought it back in, but we get a whistle on the offside, and under a minute now remains. And I mentioned those goals. Way back in the first period, Anaheim would draw first blood. Getzlaf setting it up in front for Rene Bourque for his second. And then Zbynek McCulloch tying the game with his first of the season and first in 40. A point shot to beat Frederik Andersen. .54 left in regulation. Coyotes have it. Michael Stone plays it along, and Doan will ship one in. Hampus Lindholm looks to get it out. Kessler, and he moves it along through center. This one thought it might end up in the bench as it's played in behind. Vodka will wrap it up. Jakob Silfverberg plays it behind the net. Patrick Maroon in a battle with Michael Stone. Pops free. And now Doan will just kind of clear it out. Michael Stone can't get it out. Coyotes will chip it along. Bodker clears the zone. Yandel races after it. Now Vermette over the line before it's turned the other way. Maroon now over the line. Maroon trying to get into the net. He took a shot, and that deflected by Dubnyk as we head to the overtime. Wow, what a finish.
What a finish is right. A little too close for comfort if you're Arizona. Maroon gets in around Yandel. Real good power move and tries to go far side on Dubnyk. Another big save by Devan Dubnyk. Just gets a stick on this one as Maroon just bulls himself to the front of that net.
We head to overtime, and the hero all season has been Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Did it against the Kings. He would do it against the Florida Panthers, and then he would do it against the Edmonton Oilers. Maybe we should call him O3L. Overtime next. Coyotes Overtime Hockey is presented by Sanderson Ford. Welcome back. We head to overtime tonight. Coyotes hanging tough in a 1-1 tie with the best team in the NHL, in large part to the play from their goaltender Devin Dubnyk. He's 3-2 in overtimes, 1-2 in the shootouts. Frederik Andersen at the other end has been outstanding as well here tonight. 6-4 in overtimes and 3-3 in the shootouts. Lights out in overtimes this season. Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
Yeah, look at those numbers right there. 3 overtime game-winning goals. Not just game winners, overtime game winners. Talk about a big game player.
I haven't seen the Pat Elenick name in years. All right, who's going to get it, Tyson?
I'm
giving you first pick.
Jeez.
Does he set the record?
Putting the heat on me here. I don't want Keith Yandel.
Wow.
Opposite direction. The other two-time All-Star.
Interesting. Zbynek McCulloch, and he'll play it in behind the net. Out with it to center. You know what? I'm going to go Reeder. Erat now in the corner. Hansel goes after it. Back to the line, Ekman-Larsson. And now Stone trying to move it towards the net. Good work there by Erat. Yandel. And now Erat will give it back to Yandel. Coyotes doing an excellent job of puck possession and keep away here in the opening minute of the overtime.
Yeah, a lot of chasing done here by Anaheim to start this overtime. Exactly what you want for Getzlaf.
Korpikoski over the line. Got a strong game here tonight. Plays it into the corner. Vatanen, hands full. Back to the line it goes. Yandel try to get it towards the net. And now Kessler with it. Minute and a half gone in overtime. Kessler cranks it up. Couldn't get around Yandel that time. Ends up in behind the net. Stoner looks to reverse it. Antoine Vermette and Vatanen battling for it. Played to the line, Sammy Vatanen. It's taken away, and the Coyotes will dump it off the boards, but not out. Kessler with a shot. That hits netting, and we'll get a face-off.
Keith Yandel at the end of a long shift. Tries to go for the bank pass. Vermette and Bodker get caught looking behind him. Got to make sure you... It's like a wide receiver. You catch the ball before you run. Out of the zone.
Jakob Silfverberg in for the face-off. Against Kyle Chipchura. Gormley now. Moves it along near side. Looks to get it out. Chipchura scoops it up from Doan. Now Doan gets it back. Into the corner, Beauchemin. And now right back with it through center ice of the Ducks. Lindholm tried to get it to the front. Cogliano was there. This one calmly covered by Dubnyk.
Oh, real nice play there by Lindholm. Just saucers a puck through. So ever gently. There's a little sauce pass to Cogliano. Just can't get a stick on that, and Devin Dubnyk swallows it up. Lindholm, another great young defenseman for the Ducks, along with Vatanen. Lindholm, 15 points, 4 goals.
Coyotes win the draw behind the net. Yandel. Michael Stone through center. Antoine Vermette chips it into the right wing corner. Lovejoy and Vermette battle for it, but it's turned the other way. And out with it come the Ducks. Ricard Raquel gets it over the line, and a shot taken that time, and a deflection wide by Edom. At center. Doan's going to slow it down for Yandel. He sends it across. Stone over the line. He shoots. And a stop that time by Anderson. Flipped it out. Yandel intercepts. Coyotes will try to get it right back in over that Anaheim line. Edom in a board battle. Hansel is there. And now Cam Fowler for Anaheim. All sorts of changes going on right in front of you, Tyson, as the puck will be moved in behind the net for Fowler to set it up. Getzlaf into the corner, a minute 38 to go overtime.
Usually we see a lot more opportunities, a lot more end-to-end action. I think both teams right now just kind of gassed, maybe satisfied with taking this one to a shootout.
This one's going to be poked into the corner, and now we get a whistle. Evidently a puck played with a high stick.
No team assertive enough here in this overtime to get the job done. There was the Ducks' best chance of this overtime. Edom going hard to the net.
Yeah, that Fowler was shooting all the way in there, but it got deflected, right? Is that what you saw?
Yeah. Edom just gets a stick on it, on his backhand. Tough to control him on the backhand and just blows it wide. That puck is spinning as well as he beats Keith Yandel to that far post.
Vermette and Getzlaf to the left of Devan Dubnyk. Reeder will poke it out as the puck goes up ice. Vatanen. And now Getzlaf with a wide turn, and here he comes with a minute 8 remaining. We're in overtime tonight in Glendale. Getzlaf flips it out. Vatanen got stripped to the puck. Coyotes will bring it back. Maybe a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Here's a chance over the line for Vermette. Right to the net. He stopped that time. Oh, what a stop by Anderson. And a game saver in overtime on Antoine Vermette.
Oh, and then another one on Oliver Ekman-Larsson right in front. Not sure how there wasn't a penalty on that one. Anaheim had the lasso around Antoine Vermette. He was going in all alone on Anderson.
Moved along and back in over the line. It's Vatanen as he'll take it into the corner. 28 to go in overtime.
I understand the whistles have been put away, but in that instance, that's a penalty.
Nate Thompson gets it in over the line, getting worked over by Michael Stone. Support as well from Mikkel Boedker. Coyotes will look to bring it out. Maybe one final rush. We've seen it done before. Can it happen again? Gagne, rink wide. Boedker had to wait for Yandel to get out of the zone. And now Gagne just going to try to get it towards the net. Not tonight. This one will go to the shootout. But what a chance. Antoine Vermette just moments ago.
Well, what a chance is right. Another big save by Anderson. Look at the slash, hack, whack, hook, hold. Antoine Vermette still finds a way to get this puck on net. And good pass there by Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Game saver there by Anderson.
Well, the Coyotes and Ducks will head to the shootout. Had one in Anaheim back in November.
Oh, how about that greasy move? And then Boedker. There's some talent as far as shootouts go on this ice here tonight. That time it was Mike Smith. Can Devan Dubnyk get it done here for the Coyotes? 4 goals allowed on 9 shots. Great save percentage in shootouts this season.
7 on 16 for Frederik Andersen. Coyotes are going to shoot first, and I believe it's going to be Mikkel Boedker.
Got a few moves in his repertoire. Last time against Anaheim, he went forehand shelf. Does he go backhand shelf this time? The old Radim Bravada move.
1 for 4 this season, and he comes in on Anderson. And he's stopped by the goaltender.
Well, he had him. He froze him. Anderson went down. Boedker just got in a little bit too tight. Couldn't elevate that puck over the blocker and pad.
Shootout tonight being brought to you by the Law Tigers, Arizona's motorcycle lawyers. Danny Heatley.
He's getting the booze here tonight. Hasn't done much in this game. Let's see if he can get something done here in the shootout.
So Heatley will pick up the puck at center ice, come in on Devan Dubnyk. And he's stopped by Dubnyk.
Nice play there by Devan Dubnyk. Closes the garage door, the 5-hole on Heatley. Tries to squeak one through. Doesn't bite.
Sam Gagne's 1 for 3 this season. He's the next shooter for head coach Dave Tippett. As we move on to the second round of the shootout, neither team's been able to score as Gagne will pick this one up at center ice.
Watch the pump fake.
And he's stopped that time by Anderson.
Good set of mitts on Gagne. Just couldn't finish it off. Maybe one move too many. The hands. Anderson doesn't know where he's going. He had that far post. A couple inches to put it home. Just loses the handle on it.
Silverberg's been lights out. 5 for 7.
Yikes.
And he'll pick it up as he comes in on Devan Dubnyk. He fired it over the top.
Doesn't even give himself a chance on that one. Came down a couple moves early and then just blows it over the left shoulder of Dubnyk.
Still no score in the shootout. This is what you call, if you want to use a baseball comparison, this is your cleanup hitter here, Antoine Vermette. 3 for 3 in the shootouts. Let's see if he can extend that here against Frederik Andersen, and he comes in. Little pull-up move. And he stopped that time by the goaltender.
Oh, he just tried to open up the 5-hole on Andersen, and he does. Little stop up, slows it down, backhand. Just a little bit off target. Too far to that left pad.
Ryan Kesler can win it. He's 2 for 6. As we roll on to the bottom of the third here. And Kesler will pick it up as he comes in on Devan Dubnyk. Little pull-up move, and he stopped that time, and we roll on in the shootout.
Goaltenders, once again, no different than the game here tonight. Putting on the show in the shootout. Dubnyk and Andersen can't get a greased BB by either of them.
Career shootouts. 11 for 36 for the captain. He's had a heavy game here tonight. Let's see if he can do it. Doan comes in. Scored! On a broken stick!
That is as greasy as a goal as you're ever gonna see. And it couldn't happen to a better guy. Shane Doan just rips it. And maybe it was the broken blade that almost took off the head of Andersen. Andersen stops the blade but does not stop the puck. He takes the blade in the right shoulder.
That's exactly what it is. Ryan Getzlaf, 0 for 1. Here he comes. Stopped by Dubnyk, and the Coyotes have defeated the #1 team in the National Hockey League in the shootout. What a win, and what a way to start the post-Christmas portion of the schedule.
Devan Dubnyk, there's the guy right there, the masked man. What a clinic he put on here tonight.
Happy celebration, Shane Doan. That's got to be a first. A shootout goal off a broken stick.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, that might be his Shane Doan's first goal on home ice.
Yes.
And it's a keeper. That's one he'll remember forever. And he has had a long career. Don't see that every day. That'll be on every highlight reel here tonight, I can guarantee you.
Coyotes improved to 13, 18, and 4 for 30 points. They're now 6, 8, and 3 on home ice. Spectacular night for Devan Dubnyk. They were very good in front of him. Shane Doan, congratulations with his buddy Keith Yandel. And the Coyotes have now taken 2 of 3 from the NHL's top team this season.
Oh, it's funny. Before this one here tonight, 5 of their wins have come against the Edmonton Oilers, but they've also taken teams like the Ducks twice, San Jose, the LA Kings, the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Let's send it to public address and announcer Paul Sura for tonight's Vicuiva Hotel and Casino 3 stars of the hockey game.
And here are tonight's Ganem Jewelers 3 stars of the game as selected by your Coyotes broadcast team. Tonight's 3rd star scoring his first goal of the season from your Coyotes, number 4, Zbynek Michalek. Tonight's 2nd star with 36 big saves on the night from your Coyotes, number 40, Devan Dubnyk. And tonight's 1st star with the shootout game-winning goal from your Coyotes, number 19, Shane Doan.
Okay, with the captain, Shane Doan, do you have a name for that shot?
No, I don't have anything for that.
What exactly happened on that?
I think that's the old exploding sticks trick. So I don't know what happened, but obviously we'll take a win.
A lot of smiles here, and you wanted these people here to feel something tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, it's great to have a big full building and to have everyone here. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Shane, let's be honest here. How long did it take for the lungs and the legs to kick in after 3 days off?
You know what? It's great. It felt good to get those days off and to get back. The first period was a little bit, pucks were bouncing a little bit, but as the game got on, we got going a little bit more. But got to find a way to win another one, get a streak going here.
As the game wore on, though, in that second period, the forecheck that you applied on the Ducks tonight, there was a lot of one and out. That's exactly how you guys have to play, isn't it?
It is. For us to spend as little time in our own zone and get into theirs as quickly as possible, we still need to be better at pinning them in their zone and getting a little bit more pressure.
I couldn't help but notice the rebound control of your goaltender, Devan Dubnyk. We talk a lot about the calmness that he brings to the game. What do you sense behind you?
No, yeah, he's making it look easy at times. He's a big guy that is playing so calm, and obviously we got 2 great goaltenders, and we count on those guys big time.
So did you break the stick at the dot, or did you break it when you took the shot?
I didn't even realize it had broken until the puck was in the net, so that shows how good my hands are right now. So
Happy holidays. Thanks, Captain.
all right, thanks.
The captain, Shane Doan. Matt McConnell, I can't wait for the rule that'll be applied next year. It'll be the Shane Doan rule. You know that's coming, right?
Yeah. Good point, Walshy. Great job, and great to hear from the captain. What a night. This was the goal in the shootout. Little snapshot, breaks his stick, and it gets past Frederik Andersen. And then the big stop at the other end on Getzlaf made by Devan Dubnyk. He was terrific all night long, 36 saves, and the Coyotes win it. Stick around, more to follow.